Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Mentorship Corner. My name is Vianam Tandazo. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We welcome you to the family. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing, and welcome back. So before I start with today's discussion, I am just going to quickly explain why we're doing the boot camp, why it's important, and then I'll explain how everything is going to work. Okay, so the first thing is, what is the name of the boot camp? So the name of the boot camp is called Shape Your Life Bootcamp. I named it Shape Your Life because these are very basically these are 5 very important questions that would actually help you to shape your life a little bit better, to make sure that in the end of it all you will be successful, you and the generation that's coming after you. That's the first thing. The second thing is, we are doing this because, as you guys know, the aim of this channel is to grow young individuals. So it's for all of us to grow together so that we can be better and better versions of ourselves. Because if we are better versions of ourselves, we will live a more fulfilling life, which means we will be happier in life. I hope I'm making sense. With that said, for this week, as promised, I said I will be doing the Shape Your Life Bootcamp, where we will be discussing 5 very important questions. With these questions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a video for each question, and we're going to have a day for each question, which means we'll be doing 5 questions for the week, and we're going to be using the 5 working days in the week. How this is going to work is, I'm going to sit here in front of my phone. I'm going to discuss the question that we're doing today. If there's like a passage I'm going to read, like for today's question, for example, I'm going to read a chapter from this book by Udj Swu. If there's going to be something I'm going to be reading to you guys, or an example I'm going to be giving, I will do that. I'll dissect the question for you. Once that is sorted, I will then tell you what the question is. Once you guys know what the question is, at the end of the video, I will then remind you guys that you have to write the question down, and then you have to start jotting down answers to that specific question. The aim of the series, basically the aim of this big boot camp, is that by the end of the week you would have answered all the 5 questions, and then you'll be able to draft a goal plan or a vision plan for your life going forward during the course of this year, and maybe in the next 10 to 20 years of your life. Okay, so as I said, I'll start by reading a chapter in this book. Your hustle is destined to be successful, even if you have to change your definition of success to make this true. What does success mean to you? I ask because I believe that success means different things to different people. We might all be fascinated by the concept, but the fact is that it's an objective quantity. Some people want to live a good life. Some want something more than to some want nothing more than to educate their children, or to educate themselves so that they can acquire more skills and so get better jobs. Some want to change the world. The thing is, our goals are all precious to us, whatever they are. You don't want to meet someone else's definition of success. If you do, you'll never achieve what you want to. But what if you don't actually know what success means to you? That's not as rare as you might think. Often, people know that they want to be successful, but they can't actually articulate what they want, what success looks like to them. Interestingly, most definitions of success are related to material possessions. People seem to equate success with big houses and fast cars. But is that really success? For me, living successfully comes down to living with purpose. In the last segment, I spoke about how living with purpose is the outcome of following your passion, because when you love something, you become good at it. In fact, I guess passion is one of the keys of success, or to success, because when you're good at something, you're able to make a living from it. The more chance you have to practice your skill, the more you improve and the more you stand to earn. You could even earn as much as you could even earn so much that you manage to become rich. But to me, what's more important is that you'll be happy. To me, that's real success. When I think about success, I think about what makes me happy. Seeing my daughter healthy and happy, knowing that my mom is doing well. I admit that it wasn't always this way. As a youngster, I was also hung up on material things, but that changed because once I had all the things I thought I wanted, I realized that they weren't enough. It wasn't that I wanted more, it's just that it turned out that cars and clothes weren't what I needed. How to find out what you really, really want. Take time out to introspect and find your calling. I found immense value in doing this. I recently started meditating, and before now I never realized what an incredible experience it is to be still, to be quiet, to be with yourself. I strongly encourage you go get to know yourself, know what you want, know what makes you happy. This is the key to making sure that when you're working towards a goal, it really is your goal and not someone else's. More than this, understanding what precisely you aspire to gets you halfway to achieving it. That's where it all starts because you have to start with your end in mind. When I started Massive Metro, I had a very clear idea in my mind about what the station would be like. I knew exactly how the DJs would sound. In fact, I could almost hear their voices in my mind. I could almost hear the station blasting out from the 1,000 taxis we had partnered with. I had my end in mind. When you do this, success becomes easy, almost inevitable, because you know exactly where you are heading and what you need to achieve. When you have the end in mind, you know what has to be done to make it concrete. You know which steps to take. In contrast, if you have no end in mind, you have no direction, if you can't envisage something, you can't work towards it. That's why, before you do anything else, you have to decide what success means to you and why you want to become successful in this particular way. The next step, remind yourself every day about how you want to experience success. Remember what I said earlier in the book about the universe being a fertile garden? Repeat it every day and it will take root and come back to you. Working to meet someone else's definition of success or someone else's goal will leave you unfulfilled. Yes, you might gain material wealth or status, but it's not what you really, really want. It will give you no satisfaction. If you're not living authentically, you will always feel that something is lacking, no matter what you have. One more thought. Successful people will always be successful because they understand the art of living in accordance with their principles. So that is a chapter. That's the end of the chapter. It's a chapter called, the title of the chapter is Your Hustle is Destined to be Successful, even if you have to change your definition of success to make it. It's a chapter from this book by Udj Spoo. It's called The Art of Hustling, Sell or Surrender. So what I'm going to say, guys, is you guys heard what the chapter is talking about. You cannot say you want to be successful if you do not know what success means to you. So your homework for today's video is answer the question that says, what does successful mean to me? So what does successful mean to you? So what you're going to do for me, you're going to write that question down, and then you're going to write down all the answers that come to your mind and all the answers that define what success or what being successful would mean to you as an individual. As I said, this is a Shape Your Life Bootcamp. So all the questions you're going to have to answer as honest as possible because the main aim is for them to build from what you already have. If you have to demolish some of the things that you've already built, be prepared to do that so that you can build a better future for you and the next generation. So that's it for today's video. We'll meet again tomorrow for question number 2. I hope you enjoyed. Unfortunately, I don't have a link for you to buy the book. If you do want to buy the book, I would recommend it, especially if you feel like you've lost direction in your life when it comes to achieving your goals and all that drama. But I did get it online on takealot.com. I'm going to leave the link to the Takealot website on the description down below. Bye guys. I'll see you tomorrow for question number 2. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.